The road to successful wealth accumulation is not a fast journey. It needs thorough planning, appropriate actions, and consistent discipline. It is inevitable to spend money. Our daily lives and survival alone is dependent on our finances. The question you should be asking yourself is whether or not the money you spend on purchases daily, weekly, and monthly is justified and useful. Are their roles assets, or are they just liabilities? Are your purchases something useful and affordable? Or are their usage only for short-lived happiness and to show off? What you're spending your money on now will have a short and long-term consequence. Everyone wants to be rich in the future or save enough to triple what they have now. That is why you need to ask yourself if the things you are buying at this time will contribute to the growth of your wealth and not decrease it. According to rich people, building your wealth is more deeply connected to what your habits are rather than how big you earn. Someone who earns a lesser paycheck than you can have savings bigger than yours because of their good habits. Spending habits have everything to do with all your purchases, how many and how often you make them. Hi, welcome to Grayson Finance. For today's video, I'm gonna tell you how to build your wealth like the rich to help you start your journey right. Number 1. Educational books. Experience is the best teacher. If you wish to succeed in your journey in building your wealth, you need to learn from experiences. One hack to learn through this without having to build experience yourself is to read about the experiences of other successful people in the field and implement these things you read into your daily life. Reading books is the way to go if you want to educate yourself with all that you need to know for your journey. Books allow you to see into and learn all about other people's experiences, investments, savings, proper financial management, and so much more. You need to be able to open your mind while reading these helpful books to be able to find out what money mistakes you might have been making all along. Not all people can afford courses, so books are a good alternative, and oftentimes they're even more helpful than those expensive courses you might be eyeing. So much information is contained in a few hundred pages that it saves you time to gather all of this information yourself. Some good recommendations we can give you are The Intelligent Investor, written by Benjamin Graham, and Rich Dad Poor Dad, authored by Robert Kiyosaki. Number 2. Secondhand car. A brand new car may not be worth it to purchase, especially for someone who wishes to build their wealth. The value of a brand new car only decreases as time goes by. In the first month of owning it, it decreases 10%. In its first year, the decrease can be as big as 20%. While owning a shining brand new car is tempting, it's not good for your wealth accumulation journey. The luxury of a brand new car cannot justify losing quite a few $1,000s on it. If you ask some of the richer folk, they actually avoid wasting their money like this all of the time. In fact, in buying their cars, the average millionaire spends their money on at least a 4-year-old car with 41,000 miles on it. This is a key way to avoid a brand new car's upfront depreciation. There's nothing wrong with a used car in good condition, so long as it can still drive you from your home to your destinations and vice versa. Why would you want to waste a significant amount of money on a brand new car if you can buy a used one in a bargain but worthy deal? The money you save from buying a second-hand car instead should be used in a profitable venture like starting a new business and investment. Number 3. A small house. Owning a home is much more recommended than paying rent. Not choosing the right home, however, can be bad for your wealth accumulation. If you buy an expensive house that is bigger than what you actually need, you will just accumulate debt and interest, which is especially bad when you're trying to build your wealth. Instead of buying a bigger house with the purpose of showing off, you can buy a smaller one, just enough for your needs. An expensive house means unnecessary financial pressure on you that will make it hard for you to be able to start a business or save money. There are things you need to consider first before buying any house. These things are mortgage, interest, and how much time you need to completely pay for that property. Not to mention, you'll have more expenses to consider in the form of routine maintenance and possible renovations. With a small house purchased, however, the possible expenses in the future will also be smaller. This will enable you to save more money from unnecessary expenses. Mortgages are also conventional long-term expenses. This expense can be a big obstacle in wealth accumulation. To solve your mortgage problems early, buying a smaller house means you will be able to pay for it sooner and solve the problem completely. Number 4. Attention. You need to have a good amount of audience for you to be able to promote services or goods you are offering. Buying attention means getting access to people through a large following. Here are some of the ways you can try to be able to purchase the attention you need. First, you can pay to be on social media ads. With this, you will be able to promote your goods and services and reach a good amount of people. Some social media sites that are good for advertisements are Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Having your ads on these sites can also give you the opportunity to choose your target audience with relevance to location and age range. For example, if your business wishes to sell in a particular state, you can adjust your social media ads to mainly reach people living in your chosen area. The more people you reach from your ads, the more potential customers you can get for your business. The second way is to pay social media brand influencers that are already having a good amount of followers to do the job for you. These influencers possess the ability to convert traffic to sales. While paying for influencers costs a little more than paying for ads, you will be able to relax more since someone else is doing the promoting instead of you. One thing to know about is that followers of these influencers trust the recommendations and opinions of these brand influencers. That means that it's not a hard job for them to convince people to buy whatever they are promoting. Number 5. Services from people. Building wealth is extremely hard, especially when you're doing it alone. It gets harder if you're planning to build wealth through business, as being the only person who works for the business takes so much time, energy, and effort from you. It is essential to have help. You need to hire people for their skills, as not every skill needed to succeed is possessed by one person only. Hiring people means buying their services. A good staff will directly impact the performance of your business. If you hire people to work for you, you will have more capable hands and minds to handle the products you will be offering. A successful business means that the path to successful wealth accumulation is shortened. Number 6. The right stock. There are a lot of stocks available that you can invest in. Choosing the right stock benefits your wealth accumulation in the short and long terms. If you choose the wrong one, however, there's always a possibility of a bad investment. Buying stocks from a company means you will become a part owner. With this, you are entitled to an increase in the value of shares that can come down the line and quarterly dividends. If you ask how profitable stock investing can be, well, there are many people who became millionaires after investing successfully. You just need to study to know where to invest. Lastly, number 7. Real estate. Real estate is considered a long-term investment. It's one of the most popular types of investment in the world that you can do. Owning real estate is very beneficial to your wealth accumulation in the short and long term. There are multiple ways real estate can help. First, you're able to earn consistent income from rent. There are a lot of people in the world that choose to live in apartments that are rented. Buying properties that offer rent to these people is a good way to establish a consistent rental income. The properties that you can buy are not limited to residential spaces for tenants. You can also buy spaces that rent the place for businesses. Businesses pay higher rents than individuals and can offer a long-time contract, which means a better deal for you. Second, you can increase your equity. Equity means the amount of your ownership of a property. The equity you have in your property increases when you pay down the mortgage. If you put down 25% on your rental property, with your payments in the mortgage, you're just in 33% equity. The difference of 8% of the value of the property will be paid in rents, and while also increasing your net worth monthly. Lastly, take advantage of undervalued properties. You can earn lots of money through buying low-cost properties and selling them high. You can acquire real estate with profit potential through ways like quick sales, dealing with foreclosures, and negotiating low prices. After you buy a property at a good price, you can either hold it as it increases in value or sell it to be able to capitalize on it. The increase in value depends on the property's location, market trends, and others. Rest assured that the value of your property can only go up. After you've achieved the return that you're aiming for, you can either rent the property out or sell it. Thanks so much for watching! If you like this video, make sure to press like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to keep you updated on the latest helpful videos.